Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? How's everyone doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I got a bunch of lovely pirates ready to play, and let's go in the tavern to meet our adventurers. In the top left corner, we have Voodoo Icon, followed by SoT Story 139, the legend. We got Used, also a legend, you know. Big love, yeah, dabbing news out. And then we got Conocle, which I'll introduce you as the amazing SoT Facebook group community manager. Did I say that correctly?
Well, I'm one of the admins. It's run by Pixel Bandits. We just serve at his pleasure.
Obviously, there's a team, but I'm pretty sure Conocle does everything. And if someone asks me, I'll just be like, yeah, Conocle is running the entire place. Since we're waiting for this to get warmed up, tell me a bit about yourself, Voodoo. Putting you on the spot.
A little bit about myself. I am was a full-time pirate, sailed the seas forever, and especially with
thank you, Sarter.
The guy on the other side of the screen of me, or whichever way that is. Sailed with him since pretty much day one.
SoT Story, you know, quite interesting story. So if you don't present yourself right, I'll take over because, you know.
Thank you.
The celebrity.
Interesting story, you mean? I've been playing with these guys for a while and been enjoying it. And I got to sail with the devs once upon a time. It was pretty awesome. Sailing the seas with my gang, my crew, the Burning Banana. That's what we call ourselves here.
Did she mention that she was a zookeeper?
Did not.
No.
Okay, well let's pretend that she's not, because that's, you know, way too cool, and then you know, we can have the entire stream just rotating around story. So let's move on to Used.
I am also a zookeeper, but
yeah.
high school. I have the least exciting story, I think, but you know, because I'm not like the Facebook group person. I haven't played with devs. I just play with Voodoo and Pixel and
those are all legends. Come on, you're playing with the best of the best. Like,
hopefully, I'm not the worst person on the ship tonight.
Hopefully not.
I'm excited for it.
The dice will tell us that, with a little sprinkle of me being, you know, mad at you for various reasons in the last 2 years, that it's all gonna come down tonight.
Right.
All right, so moving on to our good friend in the bottom left corner, Conocle. Conocle, present yourself.
So I first sailed with Pixel as just kind of a lucky bump into each other. I don't remember how it started, but that's how I got to meet Story as well. I've been playing since the closed beta. I got involved heavily in sharing news and developer update notes to the SoT's Facebook group. And through my zeal for sharing my love of this game with other pirates in that group, I eventually got picked up by Agent Gaston, and he helped pitch me to be a moderator, and then I got promoted up to admin, and so I spend way too much time on Facebook than what is normally acceptable and healthy. This game is it's the same way.
So welcome to the SoT RPG game. I'm gonna show you guys the book. This is the Book of Pirate from the RPG, something that came out, I'd say that was announced roughly 1.5 years ago. You know, it was in pre-order. It took a bit of time to come in. It's part of the official SoT lore, so the story that it adds to the this amazing lore that we have that a lot of people don't know about.
You're doing a great job.
And the first chapter is Into the Shroud. Just a quick summary. All right, basically you guys have been sailing for a couple years with a captain going by the name of Silas. We're about to enter the Sea of Thieves.
Ready to blame Pepito, or is she officially not a part of this? Is it
blame Pepito? All right, so we're about to enter the Sea of Thieves, a place of lawless pirate crew and grand adventure, a place where stories are born. Well, not born like story, but new story.
We were all born.
Came in.
Yeah, you came in and. Okay, you're born today. Officially, it's your new birthday. Happy birthday. So yeah, a place where stories are born. The sort of tall tales real pirate would tell about their ship. During those long dark nights at sea. Tales of plunder and peril, curses and kraken upon the Sea of Thieves, All the old legends are true. Well, alright everyone, you're a crew member about the Maiden Rest, a galleon run by Captain Silas, Norwich. He's tall, with dark bag under his eyes, and a grey grizzled beard cut shorter than his long dark hair. You're somewhere in the Caribbean, and ahead of you, the storm cloud looked dark, red, as if they're angry at you. Rain is pouring down and a wave pounds against your ship. Behind you, a galleon, a brigantine, and a sloop are just out of cannon range, but obviously trying to catch you. That is because Captain Silas betrayed them all and stole the loot from your last voyage. To Captain Silas, this shows he's a better pirate than any of them. The enemy ship are probably why Silas has steered the ship right into this terrible storm. Captain Silas has been fighting the helm for a while, but now has begun lashing the wheel in place to maintain course. The storm is turning red and almost looks like a sunset. But it's only midday. "Ignore the cannons, you filthy dog," says Silas. "Full sails, angle them to catch the wind. We're gonna make it for sure." Then he heads below deck. You do not know what he means by "make it," but Silas gets very angry when pirates do not follow his orders. You were just ordered to throw on full sails and adjust the rigging to catch the wind. Right now, sails are half-mast due to the storm and not angled properly. That means that there's two problems. The sails are half-mast, which will allow the enemy ship to catch up. This is a difficulty 3 problem and has a timer of 4. And the other problem is the sail needs to catch the wind or enemy ship will catch up. Another 3-4 problem. 2 problem, both of them are targeting the sails, right? And the consequence, if you guys fail, would be the enemy is going to catch us. So we want to make sure that this does not happen. Silas equals Pixel. Pixel equals everybody. Okay.
La-da-da-da, everybody.
And to answer a question, no, they do not have NPC crew right now. Right now, it's only the 4 of them and Captain Silas on the ship.
Captain Silas has gone below deck, right? So it's just us up top.
Yeah. Well, you need to solve the problem. You can do anything. What do you do, Story? All right.
Going to lower the sails.
Your turn. Oh wow. So you got a tough choice to make. Story, she goes and she tries to lower the sails, but the sail decides to tear down and it's slowing down the galleon. This will let the enemy ship catch up even faster. It is a problem. 4-4.
I'm going to run to one of the other sails and lower, let's say, the front sail. I imagine Story went with the mid sail. So I'm gonna go to the four sail.
The 4 sails, yes. It is most likely the right term. So here's how it goes. To the front sail.
The sails flow down and billow and full of air.
Love it. All right, so
the word I'm looking for.
I don't think they're angled though, right?
no, they're not angled. And right now the problem is not solved. He's got 2 victory towards solving the problem he's working on. So that's perfect. Kanako, what's happening?
Hey, look, we're finally on the ship. Woohoo!
Yeah, I've totally forgot I have all those amazing backgrounds. I'm not even using them. Jesus.
Loser's gonna have a heart attack when he starts seeing these transitions. Be careful.
Look at Strider.
Okay, so you've actually, so right now the problem of the sail being lowered is being solved. So you got your 4 victory. Voodoo, your turn.
I am rushing to angle the sails. We need to catch more wind.
Perfect.
All right, so I'm pulling and I'm heaving on the ropes and I'm getting him sailed, getting that. Oh, and you just see the full billow. You hear the chimes and the beautiful music, and you feel the ship lurch forward as it catches the wind.
Perfect.
Beautiful feeling.
It's a tear in the sail. Is that what you said?
Yes.
The woman of the ship. I'm gonna go stitch it up.
Nice.
So that's your solution. So
you guys.
So
with a needle and thread.
Say that.
So you're thinking in your mind, all right, so I see that, I need to go stitch it up. Let's see what happens.
Yes.
So you got a chest and bones.
So I, rummaged around and found my needle and thread. I'm shimmying up the mast there, getting up into the crow's nest, and starting to work on sewing that patch in.
there is still a tear in the sails that is slowing you down, allowing the ship to catch up to you.
I'm gonna pass because I don't know how to help with this situation.
I'm going to attempt to find a masculine version of needle and thread and to sew from the bottom up towards Story.
Perfect.
Yes.
So that's what you're gonna attempt to do. Oh wow. All right, so you got 2 chests.
Very bravely climbed up there and got the sail sewn up from the bottom. I met Story. We exchanged a hearty high five.
Yeah.
And then came back down to the deck, proclaiming our victory to the crew.
Right now, what you see is that you're catching up. You're gaining lead. You're gaining lead slowly, but the brigantine turns a bit to the right and starts shooting you. Okay? So now the brigantine will do a hole in your ship. This is a difficulty 3 and the timer is still 4.
So seeing my shipmates up on the yardarm, just finishing their patch, and my bewildered friend Hughes out standing on the deck with his hands up in the air going, what can I do? I yelled out, prepare the ship. But I'm going to start off, I'll get yelled at by the captain. I'll take the wheel. I always go to the helm. Jeez, why do I always go to the helm?
All right, so you try to take the helm and angle the ship towards the enemy. Perfect. You guys are very lucky with the dice. I want more skulls. You guys need to roll more skulls.
You need to roll more. You don't roll the dice. That's,
Well, I'm gonna use my fun choices, and I'm gonna say that I line us up for a beautiful broadside to the enemy giving chase.
I hop onto the far left cannon, load my cannonball in, fire, and I get a straight shot to their mast, and it crumbles.
So let's add 1 to the timer.
Okay.
Probably smart.
All right.
Well played.
This is a great decision, but there's no way to gain any more time. You cannot actually make the brigantine back up in time so they can shoot us. So I'm gonna limit your option to.
We already dropped the mast.
Slow down the boat.
Yeah, but there's 3 boats chasing you. So even if the brigantine or whatever ship that you hit is slowing down, you still have the same problem. So I will put 2 victory.
At the time.
Damn, bro, you tried. Kanako, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over to my cannon, which is the front cannon open still. I'll grab my cannon, line up a shot, and attempt to shoot up. Okay, so the victory is that my cannonball fires off and creates a lower in the deck hole, so the brig's taken on water.
Perfect. So I'm gonna add 1 victory to your counter. Now, what do you want me to do with your bad dice? Do you want to take an injury, or do you want a new problem? Or you can use you can also, because you're firing cannonballs, you could use your supply token to belay the problem that you're having right now.
I'll take the injury.
I jump up on the banister and I grab a rope and I swing down to the deck right next to the cannon.
Perfect. And you try to shoot. Perfect.
And
okay, you got 2 skulls. You rolled 2 skulls, so you have 2 difficult choices to make. What are those choices going to be?
Broke both of his legs. We weren't.
Yeah, let's. Yeah, I know. Add to the problem. Let's add to the problem.
Brig ain't one.
That's the problem. Perfect. Okay, so as you try to,
Because it's a sloop.
as you're jumping down, okay, you go for the cannon. Try to load the cannonball, but as you do this, you hear Captain Silas coming from below the deck and screaming, "What are you fool doing? We won't make it!" And he goes and he pushes you overboard. The first thing you see in the water is a shark. Okay? So the shark will eat you. This is a problem. Difficulty 4 with a timer of 3.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
4 with a timer of 3, and I'm swimming with a broken leg.
Yes. All right, so now we're next turn. We now have that is the last turn you guys have to solve this problem. You currently have 1, 2, 3, 4 victories out of 6.
Oh no.
You need 2 more,
And
okay?
now Voodoo's in the water. Okay.
Yeah, and now Voodoo's in the water. Perfect. You got 1 victory and one bone, so nothing.
So because I just saw Voodoo, fall overboard, I know that he happened to load a cannon beforehand. So I've got 2 loaded cannons. So I fire both of them simultaneously and put in 2 more lower deck holes to match Knuckles, and that brig begins to take on water rapidly.
I'm going to again shoot at the brig.
Perfect.
The question. I should have said it was.
Okay, you got nothing and a tough choice to make.
Oh no.
Okay.
So someone is so you see I've crossed out used out cannonball, so he doesn't have cannonball anymore. So he goes to try to shoot and he's like, I don't have any more cannonballs. Okay, all right. So
Right.
as he does that, okay, so as your ship plunged through the tall wave, pouring rain and booming thunder, you notice that the red sky has taken on an even more menacing hue. Okay? There's blood-colored clouds stretching from horizon to horizon, and even the water looks blood-stained. Crack! Suddenly there's a hole in the gunwale, the part of the boat hull that is like a wall around the top deck, the gunwale, everyone knows that? Sure. And from below deck, 2 more loud crack. It looks like the other ship are having similar trouble. They're desperately turning away.
What are we, the Silver Blade?
We in this crowd? What?
Oh no!
Yeah, I think we're in the shroud.
Get your butt up here. Who was I?
Okay, so now you guys have a new problem. Okay, so the ship ran away. That problem is now gone. Voodoo's still in the water, and mysterious holes in the ship will sink. It is a difficulty 5 problem with a timer 4.
So you said that our current problem was just Voodoo in the water and this mysterious destruction.
Exactly.
Okay.
Is actually, you know what? Never mind. You guys don't have any weapon at the moment because you didn't pick up any.
It's irrelevant. Yeah.
Congratulations, you lost all your weapon for asking questions.
Great.
No more weapon.
Thanks, the knuckle.
Okay,
I'd
so
throw you overboard if I wasn't already there.
Right? I turned my weapon on the GM.
so you guys, Connor, so you hear the water is filling up. You hear the water gushing. What do you do? What's your solution?
I'm going to run downstairs and
You're right, Hoser.
on my way to repairing the ship, see if I'm able to yell out to the captain that we're taking on water.
Okay.
I like it.
All right, so you got 1 victory. Sorry, you got 1 good choice to make.
On my way down to just repair the ship, I'm successfully able to yell out to Silas as an additional victory point, Captain, we're taking on water, and I repair one of the holes.
Perfect. So we got 2 victory. Voodoo, you're in the water. What do you do?
Well, I'm going to take this moment to float and heal myself. So I'm going to eat the 1 banana in my pocket. And yes, it was just a banana the whole time. And heal my injury while I float here, even though there is a shark coming to talk about his Lord and Savior.
Yeah.
Done.
All right, so perfect. You'll still have 2 turns to try to solve that issue. You are fully healed. And yeah, perfect story.
The rope throws and just flops right in the water. Right.
And just flaps right in the water. All right,
Get very far.
perfect. Knuckle.
Flaccid rope.
Did Silas respond to me? Because I successfully called out to him that we're sinking. What was his
Yes.
response?
All right. So Silas did not answer. You're hearing him like mumble something that sounds like prayer or maybe
Oh, no.
screaming at himself, and he does not answer you.
Okay. Well, I imagine we're still taking on water, and I'm still making repairs, so I attempt to continue and hopefully finish our repairs.
Okay. All right.
The only question I have about the issue being completely solved is our understanding of the shroud is that you're in the shroud. Like,
Don't worry, I'm taking care of the shroud.
where we're going next. I'm sure you've got an answer. Okay, so I'm able to successfully finish the repairs. I grab the last bucket of water on my way up to the top deck, and after splashing that last bit of water off the top deck, I look up and realize there's shroud or no shroud. GM, your call.
Okay, all right, perfect. So you finish bailing the ship, but you know, as you go and you just finish fixing the last hole and you're grabbing the last bucket of water and you toss in the ocean, you hear 6 more holes. It is now, and it is now a problem 10, and you have a timer of 4 to try and fix it. Okay, or the ship will sink.
But
6 new holes.
let's see. Because I ate a banana and I healed. I'm healed. And then Mr. Groggy Groggerson down here opened his mouth and lost me my weapon.
Yes.
I am swimming for the ladder of one of the other ships.
So you see the ship at the distance. That's so you're gonna try and do that. Perfect.
You're gonna
Try to catch the ladder.
Okay, you got a fun choice and a victory.
Ah, yes. Yeah. So, fun choice and victory. I'm gonna put it both. I'm gonna put the fun choice towards my victory point, giving me 2 victories, getting away from the shark. I snatched the ladder and make it onto the ship.
It was a problem 4, so the shark is still trying to eat you, but you made progress. So just you're making progress towards solving your problem. Sorry about that.
I'm beeline as a great swimmer that I am. Beeline, and I'm almost to the ladder. The ship is approaching. The waves are hitting me perfectly, and I'm gonna catch that ladder. And to be continued.
Okay. Clearly, this mysterious dark cloud water that we are in is causing the damage to our ship. So, I also, even though I watched my captain throw Voodoo overboard for getting on the wheel, I'm taking the wheel to try to get us somewhere else than here, out of this water.
Okay, so you go and you turn around, okay, and you go toward the wheel, but you realize Silas is back on the deck, and he's looking at you being like, I've told you not to touch the wheel, and he's working on tying the wheel in its current position, going forward. We're gonna make it. Now
that I'm looking at Silas and knowing that he is blunt and disloyal and, you know, a mean person, I'm gonna, I don't know what. I'm going to, you know, ask him very nicely to explain to us his plan.
Okay. I don't have no order to receive from you. You listen to me, or I will shoot you.
Yep, that sounds good. I'll go back to the bailing, I guess.
5 minutes later.
Voodoo, end of the turn.
All right, and so we're picking back up where I left off, and I am swimming for the ship and going to try to catch the ladder of the ship, try to get away from the shark. Let's roll those dice. What do I got?
Okay, you got 2 chests. So
Nice.
The lucky.
Woo! Yeah. Yes. So I catch the ladder and I shimmy up the ladder. No problem. Getting away from the shark. The shark is chomping at me as I go by. And now I'm aboard the enemy ship as they're into the shroud.
You're aboard the enemy ship. I'm taking over from there. I'm not supposed to deal with crews for like many page, but just as I remember, there's you go and you caught up to which ship? I'll let you pick the ship.
I caught the sloop, and I am dropping anchor
Oh no! You're not. You're aboard the ship. The shark is not trying to eat you anymore. All right, but you're on the sloop. Okay, so you get aboard the
That's my
sloop,
intention.
and it smells really bad. Turns out there's 6 people, dirty pirates on this, but they're they look kind of clumsy. One of them goes like, "Oh, there's one bloke who's trying to get aboard the ship." So now the problem is they will push you back overboard. It's a difficulty. Because it's a 6-player, but they're really weak, and you're alone. It's going to be a difficulty 7, and you will have a timer of 2.
Oh, no.
Okay, so you guys are aboard the ship. You're still fighting to bucket, but the ship is just taking on too much water, and starting to list to the starboard. All sails are torn to ribbons, and the ship compass is spinning like a top. The sky and water are almost glowing dark red, and you can barely hear each other shout over the howling wind. Silas charged into his cabin, quickly emerged carrying a chest heavy with coins and gold. He smiled like a madman, shouts something that was probably quite unpleasant, and jumps overboard.
Our captain just took our gold and jumped overboard and abandoned us in the shroud.
Like every noob in open crew.
He's trolling. Yeah, he did. He took and he yelled a bunch of unpleasant things that I won't repeat here. But you know what unpleasant thing means. And and he's going to jump overboard.
That makes this pirate angry, so I'm gonna flip that card, I guess.
Okay, you're flipping the cards. That's step 1. You're now a mean pirate.
Mean, and I am mad at that captain. I think I see an island in the distance, so I'm gonna grab the wheel because our captain's not there. I'm the captain now. I've decided.
Okay, so right now the ship is listing. The ship is facing hurricane strength wind, so running across the deck to even try to catch the wind, the wheel is impossible at the moment.
I swan dive overboard and plunge into the dark ocean, and I see Silas. Is that correct?
Yeah, perfect. All right. There's a loud groan crack as the mast break. The hull soon follows, and you're all tossed into the raging sea. You grasp for some piece of the ship to still float, but the dark red wave and storm are too much. The last thing you remember is sinking below the blood red sea, then something like mermaids coming to your rescue before you pass out. Then you are coughing up water. The storm is gone, so is the sea. You're lying on the ground in what looks like a tavern. A stocky lady behind the bar waves and says, "Hello, welcome to the Sea of Thieves. Want some grog then?"
What?
Okay.
First, I take objection at the fact that I totally missed out on the achievement of Titanic Ensemble because I was about to grab a hurdy-gurdy on the I like those achievements, so...